Hello, hello. Rawes na? Hello, hello. Am I audible? Hello. I think the
I think
voice
the
is
voice
clear
is
now.
clear now.
Is it clear or echo? Hello, is it clear now? The voice? Hello, is it clear now? The voice? Okay, I think now it is perfect. The voice is coming and everything is working. Let me try putting this on and try. Is it good now? The voice better? I've increased the setting there. I've increased the setting. Good. Something happened. Everything is working as I think. I think it is good now. सब सुनाई दे रहा है ना? I think it is सुनाई दे रहा है ना? Let me take a picture of. It is no volume or what? No music? Okay, okay, okay. Are you guys here? Is the desktop audio coming? It's coming.
And I really order which of these clock out and not take their work home with them. Um, there's just countless examples of whatever you don't have is what you want. Because right now, everyone who's listening to this, you have accomplished things that you said would make you happy. Like there's something in your life right now that earlier on in your life you said, if I had this, I would be happy. And yet here we are. And so whenever I think this, I just think like I am the problem. Like I am the constant. Like the constant source of dissatisfaction is me. And it's just because we want it all. But you go to a store where there's 10 amazing shoes and each shoe is $100 and you have $100 in your wallet. And in order to justify our decision, we make everyone else feel bad about buying a different set of shoes than us. When it was just a choice. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Because a lot of people, I think, look at, the life that we have, which I think is, super blessed, etc. But we've traded other things. We've traded other things. And I think that if those things are more important to you, then, good for you. To the degree that you can possibly believe a stranger on the internet, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If you like the priorities that you have, then fuck, you won, dude. You won. You won. You've already got it. Like you're there. I think where people get in trouble is where they allow life to make those priorities for them, right? They don't get to make the choices. They sit passively by and let options expire. And I think that's, if there's anything that I could hopefully, transfer, it's you can be your master of your own life to a degree if you can just say, I'm willing to give up these other things for the things that I care about most. And so that's my 2 cents is take those 10 things, rank them 1 to 10, and then of those, see which one you think is off. As in okay, I said this is number 2, but I don't think I'm really putting number 2 out of 10 effort into this. And I'll tell you 2 for me. I think that I've been not as good of a husband as I probably should have been. I probably should have spent more time with Layla, and I'm going to prioritize doing that, and I've started to do that. And I think that I have a higher desire for friendship than I have in my current life. Like I see friends sporadically. I would say outside of me lifting, which is basically almost the entirety of the recreational friend time that I have. I had a buddy of mine who was here for my birthday, which was awesome. That Layla kind of surprised me with, which was super sweet of her. And those are very filling to my soul. And I think that I'm going to make trades in the coming future where I'm going to decrease some of these other stats in order to make some room here, where I think that the incremental return that I'll get on losing an hour on, call it career, and adding an hour somewhere else, I will have a little bit less, but my overall life benefit will be higher. And so I think the meta of this is the game that you want to play. And so I'll give you an interesting story on this. So I can't remember the name of the founder, but he was on David Senra's podcast. And really smart guy, sold his company for $10 billion, something like that. And he said, you always want to look for the most dominant game. And I was like, that's a really interesting concept. And he said, so for example, MySpace lost to Facebook because Facebook had a more dominant game that they were playing. And so MySpace, for example, wanted to get the most users. That was the game they were playing. That was the metric they were optimizing around. Facebook was optimizing around monthly active users, MAU, which then became kind of like the social media norm in terms of what social platforms are measured by. But that one little misstep in terms of what metric they were optimizing around meant that Facebook was literally playing a superior game. And so in thinking about this concept of there are subset, superset games. There are some games that even if you were just playing them, you beat everyone else because the game that you're optimizing for is just a superior game. And so I think that this is entirely individual. But if we look at those 10 categories that I outlined, so I'll repeat them again for those of you who are just joining. Let's see if I can get my little list up. So the list is this. You've got community, you've got romance/partner, parenting for your kids, you've got your family, so siblings and your parents, you've got recreation and rest and fun, friends, career, physical health, spiritual, and then personal growth, right? Those are kind of 10 categories of living. And I think that some people make their entire game one of them. And I think the larger game is trying to win at
Am
life
I audible?
and realizing that each of these are components of it. And I don't know if and I think that you will have different. And when I say this
Am
prioritization
I
thing,
audible?
like people also have a hard time allowing other people to change because it just makes them. It's just intellectually more work. It's just like, how dare you change your mind in front of me? How dare you? Right? How dare you be really into your physical health and then decide that your kids are more important and so you don't work out as much? Right? How dare you? And so I think that like people get upset because they're weak. Like people are pats. Like people are so
What?
small-minded,
Uh,
self-interested,
right.
and the things they will say in no way have complete context on your life.
He's right. I'm not lying. Mama. She looking pretty, you know what I mean, you know. Why not, baby, ready when you say what? Why it's not working? को क्यों हो रहा है अभी को नहीं हो रहा है यहाँ भी लोडिंग वहाँ भी लोडिंग भैया provides